Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Basement Brothers. Oh man, it is good to be live tonight.
Oh yes, it is.
We've had a couple late nights in here, so if we're if we're a little slow to answer, or if we have trouble gathering our thoughts, that would be why.
Well, I've been consistently going to bed at midnight for like the past few weeks, so.
Well, yeah. Joe's been a D&D fiend, and I've been an editing.
James, by fiend, is that demon, devil, or Yugoloth? Those of you that play D&D, that's funny, I swear.
Even though I'm not laughing at it. Hello, Mark. We got Mark, our moderator in chat. And it's a good Wednesday night. It's a very good Wednesday night. So
I've officially done 24 hours at my job, or exactly 24 hours.
Very nice.
I've had 6 4-hour shifts, so yeah.
24. So you're not to 40 yet.
One day of my life.
You've acquired part-time status.
One day of my life has been in Subway.
What an achievement.
One whole day.
Oh man. Tonight's show, we're going to be talking about some fishing trips, because that's what was on my mind from editing out my video that's coming out. Planning on tomorrow. I know I said last week that I was going to try to get it out, but then get it out between these two shows. But unfortunately, time was against me, and I also didn't realize that I had so much fishing footage to include. So that was my bad. I'm editing it out now. I have most of it done. I kind of just need to go through and put on the final touches. So it should be finished up by tonight, and then I'll upload it for tomorrow. Other announcements. I completed the first draft of the skit that we're working on, Joe.
Oh, nice.
So I need to get that to you to read through and make whatever edits you think necessary. And then we can brainstorm some more ideas for that. I'll be talking with someone tomorrow about a project that I'm going to be working on this year. A lot of stuff is still kind of up in the air, but something I do want to say is I feel like right now I'm turning the page to a new chapter in my life, as kind of cheesy and dramatic as that sounds. There's just been a lot of things that have changed for me, and it's a good turning of the page and a good move into a new chapter. But I'm kind of closing things out, and it feels good. So know that with new chapters in your life, you will miss some of the things from the previous chapter, as I'll put it. But there are many new things to look forward to in said new chapter. So, Joe, what's new with you?
Not much. I've just been kind of chilling at home and stuff, and work. I've done quite some work. Had friends over to play D&D.
Yeah,
that was fun. I got a little chaotic, but yeah.
Got a little hectic.
And the lawful character was the one that created the most chaos.
Just a reminder for those of you watching, as well as for Joe and I here.
Those of you listening.
And those of you listening, that's what I was going to bring up. We are on Spotify for a podcast.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to us terrestrially. I said that last time, and that was right.
That means worldwide.
Right.
Terrestrial means world.
Yeah, because technically you could listen to us extraterrestrially.
Because you could download. You could listen to us on Alpha Centauri. Actually,
so if you're going into space anytime soon, you can
download those sweet Spotify things on your phone.
But I still need to put up last week's episode. So
then again, you could download our videos too if you have.
Oh my goodness!
YouTube
I just forgot.
Premium.
I totally forgot to hit record for this one, so I'm gonna have to download it later. Anyway, we are also a podcast now, so we're gonna be describing things a little bit more, just for those of you that are listening to it on those platforms.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, Joe, thank you for the updates. And let's get right into the random facts.
Oh boy.
What do you got for us, bro?
So I'm going back to this book. Do you recognize it?
The Book of Extraordinary what?
Facts. Yeah. It's the blue one. And I found a page that's called Fast Facts, and it's mostly about World War II, I think.
Fast facts?
Yes, is all it says. And
okay,
one that I found interesting.
Fast fact.
The Nazis developed a plane capable of flying from Berlin to New York in 20 hours.
Whoa.
And Hitler actually had one of his own always on standby in case he needed to make a quick flee to Japan. He always had one like within
20 hours.
Running range. And yeah, it was capable
smokes.
of flying from Berlin to New York in 20 hours.
That's pretty insane.
Or about 20 hours is what this says.
That is insane, man.
In World War II time. Those Nazis were really ahead of like the time frame. They developed a lot of technology. Now their thinking was very wrong. Don't misquote me on that. I don't believe in the Nazis.
Joe can no longer run for any political party.
If I do,
and demonetized, and we got a strike on our channel. Good job, Joe.
Sorry.
No.
Okay.
We don't. It was a good random fact.
No,
Thank you.
I'm just saying that like they were.
Yes, clear your name.
They had good technology. Their
developed technological advancement.
I need to word things properly.
Impressive.
Yes.
You can appreciate the technology and not the ideology.
Not the people. Right. And the ideology. I don't agree with Nazis.
There you go. Thank you for clearing that up, Joe.
Hashtag not a Nazi.
All right. Moving on. Fishing trips. We just got back from Hayward last week, right? That was last week?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, the last weekend.
Yeah.
Not this weekend, but
last Sunday. And we're leaving for another camping trip here soon. So
we are. Yeah, we're going to be camping 4th of July.
No streaming next week, right?
Possibly no stream next week. Because
more like probably.
More like probably no stream next week. I will make a post on Wednesday whether or not we're having it. But we are camping with our entire family on some family land for the 4th of July. And we're going to celebrate with fireworks and firecrackers.
Like the true Wisconsinites we are.
The true Americans we are.
True.
America.
You gotta admit though, our entire 4th of July camp out is kind of one big Wisconsin stereotype rolled up in one.
I mean, how so? How is it a stereotype? I mean, camping is done by a lot of people in different states.
I mean, that's true.
For the most part, we really don't have too much beer around, so that's.
I mean, that's true. But then again, making a fire tornado.
Well, I think that's more of a redneck stereotype.
That's true.
But
what is the Wisconsin stereotype? Oh, also not to mention we go out for cheese. On tractor rides.
That's more. Rides. Well, see, you're leaning more toward like the country redneck stereotypes.
Oh, that's true.
Which I would agree. A lot of what we do does kind of seem that way, doesn't it? But America, all right, that's what it's all about.
We already live
freedom.
In the country, but yeah, freedom for all, not Nazis.
Not. Oh my God. Would you quit bringing up Nazis, Joe? Jeez, you're killing me here. All right, fishing trips. The actual topic of this, because we went on another side tangent.
Yeah.
Fishing trips, and we do need to end within an hour today because I have the rest of the edit to finish up.
Okay, well, I have other stuff to do too, so yeah.
Yes, so we do need to end on the hour, so I will be watching the clock to make sure that we don't go over that. And because I still want to get in, your Reddit reviews look interesting, as well as the 50-cent feature. It's quite a game. Just wait till you see it.
Oh boy. Should I be concerned?
But fishing trips. Let's talk about some notable fishing trip moments. Joe, what are some of your favorite fishing memories? Or trip stories?
The only one that's coming to mind, I don't know if I can say.
Oh, is it the whale one?
Yes, the whale.
Oh, that's appropriate. We just don't need to go into like extreme detail of what that is. Because just go for it. Go for it, bro.
Well, when I was young and innocent, I'm still fairly innocent, but besides that point, when I was really young and didn't understand what things were.
How old were you?
That's a good question. Was I like
you were
maybe 7,
I'll
8?
Say 7 or 8, I think, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere in there. I had this whale fishing pole. The reel on it was a whale. It wasn't like a normal reel. It was a whale. I mean, I think you can understand what that means. Well, or should I say whale? Whale. Anyways, this one day we were catching a lot of fish, and particularly I was catching a lot of fish too. And little me, not knowing what this meant, I said, "My whale's a hooker."
But in a nice, high-pitched voice.
And there's more demonetization for us. But yeah.
Man, the conversations tonight, Joe, my goodness.
Demonetized.
Oh, man. We are not advertiser-friendly tonight, are we? Jeez.
No, we're not. It doesn't matter. We don't have enough subs to be advertised anyway, so.
No. Oh, man. But I remember being in the boat when you said that. And then everyone was like, what did you say? And we all bust a gut laughing. And, then he looks at Mom and Dad because he's like, why are you all laughing? What's going on? I don't know what's so funny. And if you know anything about Joe, when he wants to know something, you better tell him, because otherwise he'll just keep asking the questions. Same thing. So eventually they had to kind of say, oh, what was they didn't tell you what it was.
No, they didn't.
But they told you that it was someone who sold kisses.
Which then that made me
what?
That goes into the thing. I then would watch. At the time, I watched a lot of iCarly.
Oh boy!
Don't judge me.
Oh boy!
And there's an episode where they have like a bet or something to see who can get this guy to, like, two main characters to kiss her. And one of her things was iCarly was like she fake set up a kissing booth for a charity. So that you can just imagine what little me, I was like, oh, so like iCarly.
Oh my goodness. These are supposed to be fishing stories. We've turned them in a completely different direction. All right, I have a fishing story actually from this my most memorable fishing story. And I was pretty young.
Is this going to be with our uncle?
That's another moment, but no, this one was
like
when I was
1,000 moments, but yeah.
I was younger, yeah. I was younger, and I was fishing with a standard bobber and a hook and some sinkers on, and we always do pan fishing when we go up north. And so I had my fishing pole out in the water. I'm slowly reeling it in, like you do. And all of a sudden a dragonfly comes by and lands on the end of my bobber. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Didn't think anything of it. When all of the sudden, from beneath the water's surface, this giant fish goes and takes my bobber under the water. Crazy fast, too. It happened out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, what was that? So I'm like reeling it in, and I have it hooked. So I'm reeling in this fish, and we get it up to the boat, and lo and behold, it was actually a northern pike that had bit onto my bobber trying to get the dragonfly, is all we can assume, unless he thought my bobber was a fish. I don't know. But he goes up and we caught him, but it's not in the way that you would think. The only reason we caught him was because when he bit for the bobber, like, say this is the line, he bit the line, and then my hook, because he hit it so hard, actually wrapped around his nose and hooked on the other side. So he was stuck because it basically lassoed his mouth. It wrapped around the top part of his mouth, and I was able to reel him in that way.
Pro fishing.
Crazy. It was a crazy event. And I was probably 8 or 9. 7 and 9, somewhere in there. I can't remember quite that well, but it was a long time ago. And of course, being a little kid, I was very, very excited to pull in a fish like that.
Northern pike are beautiful fish. I will.
Beautiful?
Mom says they're scary, but I think they're majestic. I mean, yes, they're kind of frightening looking, but they're so big and cool.
Images of northern pike.
They look scary, but they're like I'm trying to think of like, yeah, look at that. It's big. It's cool.
Look at that thing. Holy smoke. You think that looks beautiful?
Yes.
I mean, it's beautiful to a fisher. I'll give you that.
Glorious.
But if you saw this face coming at you, mine was not nearly this big, by the way. These are some big northern. Mine was a very small one. I would say, let me see if I can find one. Well, anytime you look up a fish,
no, James, you gotta be the stereotypical fisherman. It was this big.
It was humongous.
It grows every time you tell it.
This is even bigger than mine was, and this is a lure, I think, isn't it? Because isn't that
that looks like a lure? Yeah.
Unless no, why would you have a northern pike lure, Joe?
What?
You wouldn't have a northern pike lure. I think this is a lure on the end.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying that I'm saying what's on the end.
These are some big fish, man.
Yes, there are some.
Could you imagine catching one like that?
Well, remember that thing that we looked up? There was a fish that was caught, a freshwater fish. I forgot what kind it was. I think it was some kind of catfish. Yeah. And it was bigger than the person who caught it. Like, it weighed more than them.
Jeez. Maybe that's what I'll try fishing for next year.
Pike.
Try to get a northern pike again.
The way that pike,
I need to do it. Need to do it again.
And the way you fillet a pike, I believe you get 3 fillets off of them each.
Oh, really?
Or something like that.
Dude, that would make some big fillets.
But then again, the thing about pike is they have to be at least a certain length, otherwise
before
the DNR
you
makes
can
you
keep
throw
them. Yep.
Yeah, because the DNR will make you throw them back. Bass, you can keep any you want because they're trying to get rid of them basically.
There's too many in the lake. So I'm just trying to think of how you'd even cut this, because I think you get one off the top, right?
Here, let me look up filleting.
I think you end up getting like one off the top. You don't get one from the bottom because you take off the sides. But I'm just
according to this, you actually get 5 fillets off of them.
Holy smoke! Well, maybe that's why you get one from the top.
Okay,
and then 2
on
from each side.
WikiHow,
you're gonna WikiHow this business.
So yeah, they fillet one off the top, and then like one long one off the top.
Yeah.
And then they fillet them off the sides and
cut those in half, probably.
Yeah.
That's what I would think you'd go about. How you go about doing it.
Oh wait, no. You actually cut them off the sides, and then you cut bits off the tail, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because really, this is almost like its own fish back here.
Yeah.
That's how big these things are.
So they fillet them off the side, and then they leave, like, a tiny chunk in the near the back-ish, and then they cut another fillet off the tails.
I should also explain, the reason I was going bass fishing this year was because the typical way of frying up panfish is you put them into a bunch of batter and then you fry them in a deep fryer. That's like the traditional way of cooking up small panfish. And nothing can replace like the flavor of that either. Like your panfish will never taste the same once you've done them that way. So, because we've tried alternatives like, what was the one Mom tried once? Where it wasn't, she didn't use batter and she grilled it.
Yeah.
And it's too flaky and it's too small to do that way. So that's why I was trying to go for more bass fish this year. They typically don't taste as good as panfish, but they have the bigger fillet. So then I was able to use egg, cheese. What was the other ingredients? It was egg, cheese, and then a bunch of spices and mayonnaise to make like a batter that I could then put on the fish. And I put that on the grill, and it actually tastes really good. I was not expecting to find a good fish replacement as far as something that could replace the deep fried battered fish.
You could also,
but I almost liked it just as much, if not more, than the greasy. And I think that's maybe why the regular panfish, when you deep fry it like that, gets real greasy.
Yeah. You could also try going for a walleye.
A walleye?
Walleye I hear they're abundant in Lake Nelson. Don't know exactly.
Well, I would assume if you're fishing for a northern, you might get a walleye as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
I think they use.
That's a scary fish.
Walleye look creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, look at this.
They're typically smaller than northern, and they're creepier.
Oh my word, they're an ugly fish.
Yeah, they are.
Now I see why you say the northern is actually, what did you say, beautiful?
Beautiful or majestic.
Majestic.
Mom would disagree.
Dude, this thing is creepy looking though. It's got like gnashing teeth.
Well, some of them
different rows of teeth.
And certain species of them, their eyes. That's why they're called the walleye, because their eye is one solid color.
Well, it's almost like a, what do you call that? Opaque white.
Mm-hmm. That's
like
the signature
ghostly color.
That's the signature of the walleye. That's why they're called walleye.
Oh, that one doesn't look nearly as bad. He's got a nice black eye. I feel like he's almost got the mouth of a snapping turtle. Doesn't it? Like, it almost looks like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're ugly fish, but they're apparent. From what I've heard, they're pretty abundant in Lake Nelson. So,
that one's a creepy looking fish. The northern look much better. Holy smokes! This is actually Wisconsin walleyes right here. That is a big fish, monster fish. I feel like the pike is bigger though.
It is
typically bigger.
But if I'm right, I believe walleye are more common in Lake Nelson, but they're deeper. Walleye don't come near the shores as often as pike.
Oh, okay.
Which is why we don't ever catch them, because they're only really out deep. Whereas pike sometimes come near the shores when they want to eat.
Right, and go for dragonflies on your bobbers.
Yeah. Meanwhile, walleye are really only deep.
All right. Well, do you have another fishing story to share? Otherwise, I will share one more.
I don't really have that many stories that I can think off the top of my head. I know you have a lot because you went fishing with our uncle a lot. Our uncle's a cool guy.
So we have an uncle named Uncle Joe. Very, very chill guy. Very kind, very loving individual. And he took me and my sister out on the lake one year. And while we were fishing, he's actually not a really big fisher. He doesn't really particularly like it that much. But he took us out, and as we're all fishing, he starts to, he's singing a little bit, and he starts singing, Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his. And then there was a pause. Because Natalie and I were young at this point. And I think he was like, can I say that? And there was this moment where Natalie and I looked at each other. And all of a sudden, drinked his apple juice. And we were so confused because it didn't rhyme at all with what the rest of the song was. and it was so confusing too because a bullfrog? What? Like, everything about the song was very confusing to us. But now that I'm older and I know the actual song is helped him drink his wine.
More demonetization.
Yeah. Man, we're just, I mean, that wouldn't be
alcohol, Nazis,
but man, this is a weird night.
What was the other one? Oh, Hooker.
My goodness, what a show tonight. But that was a very fond moment of mine. A good fishing story. As you can see, a lot of fishing stories don't necessarily end up with getting a lot of fish. It's just about spending time with each other, really.
Wasn't there also the time that he caught a cable or something like that?
Oh, yeah. There was one time when we pulled up I don't know if it was a phone cable or what, but we pulled up, it was like a cable. You ever seen the show? If you've ever seen the show Lost, right? When they pull up the cable off the beach, that was us pulling a cable out of the lake. And then we're like, oh, I don't think we should have this. And then we just like got it off the hook and put it back in the water.
I don't remember who that was with. A lot of stories of fishing because you guys made a skit out of it for their anniversary.
Yeah, we did. That? Well, because another thing he would do would be fishing with little fish. So he'd catch a little fish and then he'd be like, maybe I'll get something bigger with it. So he'd toss it back out, hoping that maybe something bigger would catch on the line. This year, I think he was doing metal fishing, right? Trying to get scraps off the bottom.
Yeah. He got like and they caught something. It was just like a metal rod.
Yeah. But we love our Uncle Joe, and I'm sure there's more.
I've gone fishing with them a few times. I just remember the one time that I went with them, it was like halfway during like almost like a storm. Like it was about to rain. Yeah. And it was very, very windy, and we were using Grandpa's boat, which is older, which means it's not as nice to cut through the water. So instead, it would go sploosh, sploosh, and we just got soaked.
Oh man, coming back when there's big waves, you get very.
Not in Dad's new boat. Dad's new boat is good about that.
Well, we never really had big waves to deal with this year.
That's true.
We kind of got lucky. We didn't have very many bad days, but yeah, those are some memorable moments from fishing. Other good memorable moments from Uncle Joe and just being up in Hayward in general also revolve around canoeing and kayaking. So you guys had an interesting kayaking trip this year before I even got up there. At least it sounded like you did with the weather.
What? Oh,
before I got up there, you guys did a kayaking trip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of thunderstorming and the parents were freaking out, but yeah.
I mean, it sounded like more than just the parents were freaking out.
I mean, I was just like, yeah, we're fine. I just kept, I was like, you know, if lightning is to strike, it takes the path of least resistance, right?
Yeah, but you're in paddles with you have paddles in a kayak.
In the kayak, that's plastic.
Just because there's trees around doesn't mean you can't be used for a ground.
I know.
Like, sure, the chances are less, but
I was saying because we're in plastic kayaks, unless we had contact.
Joe, it's lightning. Do you think it cares that you're in a plastic kayak? Well, I think it cares that you're touching the ground.
The thing is, though, the plastic would cause more resistance than just going through the air, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it would, causing you to go straight into the river instead of.
Even if, Joe, if lightning struck next to you, right? It's lightning. Do you know how much energy and power is in a lightning?
Well, let's Google. What's the heat of a lightning bolt?
Oh my goodness. We need to move on after this because we're halfway through.
A lightning bolt is 30,000 Kelvin.
Yes, it's a lot. It's an enormous amount of power and energy.
The sun's surface temperature is 6,000 Kelvin.
Yes.
So it's 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
Yes, exactly. Okay. But those are a lot of our memorable fishing stories. And I would encourage anyone that has any kind of interest in fishing to get some of your family members together or maybe friends and just give it a try because you can have some of these stories as well.
Hey James, check out these fish.
Oh boy. What are you sending me now?
It's a fishy.
Oh, muskies.
Muskies.
We didn't look at muskies, did we?
They're even more beautiful.
They're more beautiful? I don't know if would be a word that I would describe a fish. Because they're all kind of... Oh, look at his face, though. It looks like someone stomped on it.
Well, that's a weird one, okay?
That one's just particularly a weird one. That it's like flat. And is that their nose way up here where the holes are there?
I think so, yeah.
Yikes. No, they all look like their faces got stomped on.
Well, it's a muskie, okay?
They have such flat mouths. Oh my goodness, is that their hand in the muskie's mouth? Like, is that how they're holding it? Is through the gill?
I think so,
You see that? Oh, that's crazy.
They're big fish.
They are big. Well, isn't that the Muskie Museum that's in Hayward?
Yeah, because
there's a giant building that's
the world
in the shape
record,
of a muskie.
The world record one was caught in Hayward until just recently. I remember because like the next year that we went back there, for the longest time it always said like home of the world record muskie, and like there were signs all over. And then the next year when we went there, everything said, or it was like the record holding muskie, and then the very next year, like all the signs changed to the world record breaking or the record breaking muskie.
Yeah.
Everything changed from record holding to record breaking
also,
like in 1 year. And we like,
you see, we have Mark chiming up in chat here.
Yes, I see that.
Lightning would not care about a plastic kayak. Plus, wasn't it covered in water?
Well, yes, but still.
Good points, Mark.
I mean, the top wasn't covered with water. Wait, what?
Is that you got an alarm going off there, Joe?
Yeah, I do.
Why? What's the alarm for?
I think for the beef jerky.
Oh, beef jerky.
Yeah.
Joe is making beef jerky right now.
I told Mom about it. I forgot I set an alarm on my
Okay.
phone as well as the Google Home.
Do you need to go take care of that?
No, I told Mom about it. She's probably
Okay.
checking on it, or Dad is. Either
When
one.
we go camping, beef jerky is a common snack that we'll take along with us.
I'm making 5 pounds.
5 pounds of jerky for 1
5
week.
pounds.
But we
of
share
jerky.
it, don't worry.
I mean, last at Hayward it was 10 pounds. So.
All right. Well, we need to get moving on
To the 50-cent feature.
to the 50-cent feature. Boy, that sounded pixelated. That was weird.
That wasn't the mic. That was my voice. I was doing
All
that.
right. This week's 50-cent feature is Life is Pointless. Let me...
Man, James, now we're getting depression. Even more demonetization.
It is pointless.
The video, when we re-upload it, we should just call it demonetized.
It's demonetized. Life is Pointless, the game. Painstakingly produced over... I missed it.
The course of a week, it said.
0.01 hours of gameplay. Absolutely no multiplayer capabilities. A beautiful color palette. Love it. Lots of points. You just have to appreciate this man typing in a cabin that's made in pixel art.
Well, let's just jump right in.
The music sounds good. But look at this. 88%. Wow. 88% of 26 user reviews, and it's positive. It's 5 stars. Ooh. Made up game reviewer number 2. Okay, we get the point. So let's just give it a try and we'll see how it goes.
Man.
Maybe we'll find the meaning of life within the Life is Pointless game. What do you think?
Mhm.
All right, let's give it a go. Also, the Steam sale is going on right now.
A pointless production.
Yeah, the Steam sale is going on right now, so there were a lot better options than this. But I thought, hey, we'll give it a try. Can I not make it bigger?
I guess not.
All right, press any key to begin. Well, we're gonna go with A because that's the first one in the alphabet. It begins.
Press A again. Type out a sentence. Type out the quick brown fox jumped over the fat lazy dog. Do certain keys give you more points?
I don't know.
Okay, wait. Let's
Okay, so we'll pass this. This is A.
That gives you 4 points. B. 2 points.
C.
5 points.
Let's do A again.
2 points. So it's randomized.
This is random. He's not doing anything though right now. It's only when I'm typing. Or just doing random... Wait, I can't see the score. I'm getting lots of points though. Wow.
Is this the whole game? This might be the fastest 50-cent feature ever.
This game is so pointless.
It's not as pointless as Mountain, our first one.
I don't know. This one's pretty pointless. It's funny because it's pointless, but there are points involved. I'm not sure what else to say about this game. There is the option to turn off the music or turn it back on. Well, Joe, you want to give it a comprehensive review and give it a score?
Well, there's no options. You're stuck in the same size screen. The graphics are...
Asleep on the job achievement. Look at that.
I mean, there's a point system, but you can't use the points for anything, so they're basically just valueless.
Mark says the mountain is not pointless, Joe.
The mountain was so pointless, okay?
I think this is more pointless.
But at least with this, there are points.
And achievements.
And achievements. The mountain, there were
Alright,
none.
so what did you give it a score? I missed it.
I give it a 2.
A 2?
A 2.
Is that only because it has points?
No, I'm gonna give it a 1. I changed my mind.
A 1?
Yeah.
I mean, you could do like the description says here. And it says, what is it here? But the best part about Life is Pointless is that you don't even need to be actively playing the game to earn points. For the truly devout player who wants to live the game, rather than play it, they can minimize the application and perform their daily computer routines. Even if the game loses focus, it will still record the number of presses you enter, slowly adding them to your score at the end of the day.
Oh, so you can use it as a way to see how much you type daily.
You can go back into the game and see just how many points you...
2271.
Just how many points your normally pointless existence has earned you.
Okay, so it has utility. If it... Okay, click out of it and just type into Google or something.
Oh, here, we'll mute it. And then...
Open up Google and type something in.
Wait, so we're at
271.
Okay.
If this works, then it does have a purpose. Google something, James.
Northern Pike.
I go on and see if you gain points. You have.
See?
So it has utility of seeing how much you're wasting your life by typing things into your computer.
So if you're a college student or a school,
I want to buy this to see how much I waste
typing up papers and reports and whatnot. Literally, you can figure that out.
I actually want to buy this now just for the sake of keeping track of that.
Oh my gosh.
Next time I have to type up a paper for school.
Mark says this game is far more pointless than The Mountain. The Mountain has good graphics, good music, settings, events, and random objects land on the mountain. I'm with Mark on this one, Joe.
No, because you can track how many things you type.
Wait. So does that mean you're giving it a 2 now?
I'm giving it a 2 because there is
it goes back up.
It's got a utility thing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna minimize this, and we'll check.
Plus,
the score.
I'm actually buying it, so I probably should give it more.
We'll check the score at the end of the stream.
Then I can feel satisfied in
your 2.
No, then I can feel.
Joe, why are you buying it if we're gonna recommend against buying it?
Because I'm buying it just for the sake of it as a utility. I'm not buying it for the actual game.
You're buying it for the meme.
No, not for the meme. So I can keep track of how many points I get after typing up a whole paper.
Oh my goodness. But it's random points.
But still, it's going to have an average, so...
Alright, I'm going to give this one a 2 as well. Only because I think I gave The Mountain a 3. Oh, and you can click on the objects and each one makes a different noise. That's true. So that gives us a grand total of 4 points for Life is Pointless. And that concludes this segment of the 50-cent feature. Tune in next time when we'll play another game that hopefully is not near as pointless as this one.
I downloaded it.
Oh my word. Alright, it is that time in the show where we're going to go over Joe's Reddit reviews of the week.
And we've got 20 minutes for these, so...
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
By the way, you notice how annoying that the menu is?
Yes, I noticed it right away when I opened up the Reddit reviews. I'm like, Joe, what the heck is this malarkey?
You notice how it looks like you have the Kit Kat highlighted, like you put your mouse...
I was like wondering, I'm like, why can't I non-highlight it? But it's just meant to be. You could have gone with a slightly lighter though.
And this is because
what is this week's subreddit, Joe?
Is mildly infuriating.
And this page is mildly infuriating for sure. All right, I should have just left it because that would have added. All right, so first one for mildly infuriating.
Don't rush through them. We can in depth.
Right. We won't rush. We don't need to rush through them. We got time.
Mm-hmm.
Cart. It took me a second to find out what was going on here. So we got Minecraft and slime blocks that are on pistons. And it's this nice waveform of carts that are being jolted into the air. But there's one cart in the middle that is not synced up with the rest of the carts doing the wave. I will admit, this is almost more than mildly infuriating. Oh, man. Joe has been playing a lot of Minecraft lately, so I understand why he picked this one.
Actually, recently I've been doing a lot more Terraria than Minecraft, but yeah.
Oh, you heathen. Wow. Although, I have to say, this is an impressive build. You know what I mean? Like, you know how much it took to set this up?
Dude, I saw a guy that did a video where he made one of these machines, but with falling sand entities.
Oh my!
So if you time it right, you can time it where you can hit the sand up with a slime block just before it turns back into a block.
Ugh.
Well, with that, he created a machine that launched a bunch of different colors of the concrete powder. So it was a rainbow wave.
Wow.
It was nuts. But yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. All right. Well, right now that is number 1.
For annoyingness.
Number 2. Oh, yeah. We're ranking this on what? The annoying scale?
How annoying? How much it bugs you.
So if it's more annoying, then it's...
mild. Wait. But not so annoying that it's truly aggravating.
Okay, so if something truly aggravates me,
then
that's
not mildly infuriating.
It needs to be mildly aggravating.
Just something that's like, ugh.
Okay, so this next one's called Twice. Yes, Apple. That's the word I am trying to type. It's auto-correcting to this?
Yes.
What even is that? T-E-I-C-E? Tease? Why? Why? Why would it autocorrect to that? That's not even a word, is it?
I don't think it is. Let me Google it.
Oh my word. Actually, I've had this before where basically it remembers words that you've accepted into your autocorrect. Have you had this with yours, Joe?
Yeah, sometimes.
And so you'll actually have to like tell them or tell the autocorrect this is not a word. Like get rid of it because you accidentally accepted it into your autocorrect. Or you have an acronym for something that you've put into your autocorrect and it'll replace simple words.
Oh, I get that with yet. Mm-hmm. Yet autocorrects to yeet for me.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like this happens sometimes with autocorrect. So I understand the mild infuriation with this. If that's
I think that one's more mildly infuriating just because
I would agree. I would agree that this one's more infuriating or more mildly infuriating.
More mildly, but not actually aggravating.
Boy, this is confusing. All right. Next one. Is it supposed to be window?
Yes, but it's missing the vowels.
So it's just window. I don't even know how to say it. Without the vowels.
There is no way to say words that don't have vowels. Okay, that's enough trying to say this.
Window is what it's supposed to be. All right. Joe, you got this one?
This business card left on my car window.
Oh, that is more than mildly infuriating. That is infuriating. Because... I would assume that is like glued on there essentially. But if it comes off easy, so this is the thing. So it's a business card that was left in a window, and it must have rained or something and then dried out. So the paper stuck to the window. So I would assume that would come off pretty easy, but you'd have to get water or something to probably wash it off. So I'm changing my mind on this one. I would say it's probably mildly infuriating. I don't know if it's...
I would put it at number 2 right now.
Number 2?
Number 2.
Just under the autocorrect?
Yes. But not above, but above the minecart.
Right.
Out of sync.
Okay. That's fair.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
That's endlessly highlighted.
Terrible. This Kit Kat that won't break apart right. Oh. Why would Kit Kat do that? So it's a Christmas version of a Kit Kat. And they put Santa in between the Kit Kats. So it won't break right. No matter what you try to do, it's not going to break right because they've destroyed the valley that was once there. This is a Kit Kat for those people that just eat the Kit Kats without breaking them first.
I have a friend that's like that.
I'll just say, I have done that before, I will be honest. But the whole point of the Kit Kat bar is that you can break it apart. So when you put Santa's face in the middle of it, you're going to have some people with some not so holly jolly Christmases. They're going to be mildly infuriated.
I put this at number 1.
Number 1? Really?
Yes. Okay. I find that more mildly, like, because it's like, that's the purpose of a Kit Kat.
That's true.
At least the autocorrect is trying to do its job. It's like
trying.
Kit Kat just gave up on this and just decided, nope, we're going to do aesthetics.
All right.
Monkey.
My pizza. Why is this called Monkey? Joe, why is this one called Monkey? It's a pizza. So the image is a pizza that broke in the middle when you were trying to pull it away. But I don't understand why you labeled it Monkey. That's more point. Mildly. Okay. It's pizza. I'm still trying to get over the fact that it's not a monkey. All right, you're gonna have to rank this one because I sure can't.
Yeah, I rank it at the bottom. It's not that much. It's kind of annoying, but it's not as mildly infuriating.
I would think it's mildly infuriating because now you have to dig out the tip of your pizza, and you're gonna get your hands all messy.
I mean, that's true. Or you can use a fork.
If there's a fork available, sometimes you order pizza. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I still put it at the bottom though.
Just eat them both with once. Or okay, so this is in reference to the Kit Kat. Just eat them both at once. Screw sharing with your friend. Wow, I know never to bring Kit Kats to Mark's parties. All right, well, so you put this last?
Last, yeah.
Underneath the minecart? Really? Okay. I would have put this you're right, maybe. Well,
I deal with that a lot. Whenever I have that happen, I just eat it. I don't care if my hands get messy.
Well, some of us do.
Well, I don't.
All right.
And then that number 6.
You made this even worse. Honestly, because it wasn't formatted before, and there shouldn't be a number 6. So, that's what I say to that. All right. So those are the Reddit reviews for the week. We have in last place, pizza eating gone wrong. In 4th place, we have minecart mayhem. In 3rd place, we have the poorly placed business card. The poorly placed advertisement. I don't have a good name for this one. The bad businessman. There we go. The bad businessman putting the card in the wrong place at the wrong time. Then we have Autocorrect. Ain't so correct at all. And in 1st place, we have Santa. Undividing Santa. But being very dividing because he won't let you share your Kit Kat. So, those are the Reddit reviews of the week. We hope you enjoyed them. And in 1st place, Joe's Reddit review cheat itself. Man.
Do you like how the cart one isn't formatted at all, but it's still a link?
And the winner is my brother, most mildly infuriating of all time. That's it. That's the show, everyone. And,
we still have 9 minutes left. I guess we'll just end early.
We can just end early. Anything else? Any closing points you want to say, bro? Anything else on your mind while we got you on the show?
Yeet.
That figures. My last thing is, I guess because my video is coming out this either tomorrow. I'm thinking it'll be out tomorrow. So make sure to catch that. It will be out this time. And then I'll work on getting the Basement Brothers podcasts up because I haven't done that yet either. But I've been working in Blender, working on different short videos that I want to be practicing visual effects and stuff in. But that about summarizes what I'm up to right now. So
it's getting toasty down here.
It is getting toasty. Thank you guys for joining us tonight as we rambled on about fishing stories and camping and whale hookers and, and Nazis and demonetization stuff, you know, all that good stuff. If you leave a comment down below, we'll try to get back to you. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We always forget to mention that.
Yeah.
And if you're listening on Spotify, go ahead and follow us on there or whatever podcast platform you're on. And we thank you all for your support. We really, really, really enjoy it. So.
Yep. Have a nice day, everyone.
Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time on The Basement Brothers. Yeet. See you next time, everyone. Probably 2 weeks from now.